Hi, this is Matt Saternus for Plugged In Golf, and in this video I'm going to review the TaylorMade Tour Preferred Ultimate Driving Iron. Let's get plugged in. Last year, when the driving iron trend really got kicked off, TaylorMade was noticeably absent. But this year, with the release of the Tour Preferred Ultimate Driving Iron, they've got a club that is one of the very best in that segment. The UDI is definitely a club that lives up to that Tour Preferred name. It's a club that traditionalists, better players are really going to like the look of. It's got very little offset, the top line is relatively small, as is the width of the sole. And importantly, when you set it down at address, you're not going to see a big chunk of the sole or a big piece of metal hanging out behind the top line. And I think better players are really going to like that. You see a lot of the driving irons these days have a ton of offset or are really big to try to give more forgiveness and offer something to a higher handicap player, but this is a club that is definitely geared towards better players. Now at impact, the sound and feel of the UDI is really crisp when you hit it right on the center. The feedback does get quite a bit duller, the feel gets a little duller when you move off the center. That's good, it provides the kind of feedback a better player is going to want about how they're hitting the ball. The one place where you can get away with a miss and still get a really nice feel is a little bit on the bottom, a little bit of a thin miss, and that's because of the speed pocket. Now for this review, I tested a 16-degree 1-iron. And if you watched my videos before, you know this is not a club I was probably going to get along with because I tend to hit the ball really low. And so a 16-degree iron, for me, probably not going to be a great combination. But I found that just like with the speed blade irons that I reviewed earlier this year, this speed pocket really does help get the ball up in the air, helps with forgiveness, and keeps the spin down. I was expecting to be launching this in the single digits, 8-9 degrees of launch, because that loft is so low. But even with this 16-degree club, I was getting 10-11 degrees of launch, which for me is pretty high for this kind of club. And again, I attribute that mainly to that speed pocket. The nice thing is it launches high, but still has a really strong ball flight. The spin is still really low. And again, on that thin miss, that speed pocket is really helpful. And again, for me, that tends to be my miss. I miss it a little low on the face, and you still get a really good result when you hit it on the bottom here. The other thing I really like about this is the shaft that TaylorMade chose to put in it. They're using the KBS Tour C-Taper Light, which is about 110 grams in a stiff flex. And I like it because the kind of player who's going to use this club is probably playing 120, 130 gram iron shafts, so they don't want something super light in here. That said, shaving off 10 or 20 grams is a good thing because you want to hit this a long way. We all aspire to hit this 290 yards the way Jason Day did at the PGA Championship. If you have any questions about TaylorMade's Tour Preferred Ultimate Driving Iron, please post them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also follow Plugged In Golf on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and check out pluggedingolf.com for more great golf content. This has been Matt Saternus. Thanks for watching.